Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt just made the entire White House press corps audibly gasp.
As you all know, for decades, a group of DC-based journalists, the White House Correspondents Association, has long dictated which journalists get to ask questions of the President of the United States in these most intimate spaces. Not anymore.
Did y'all hear that? I'm going to play it for you again. Listen to them gasp. The mainstream media is pulling a Biden and basically soiling their pants at this point. They don't know what's coming next. Did they just get doged too? More on this, a quick check into the Doge program and how that's going. And you've got to see what President Trump just did. It will blow your mind. Let's get to it.
And we will add additional outlets and reporters who are well suited to cover the news of the day and ask substantive questions of the President of the United States, depending on the news he is making on that given day.
The press secretary just said, quote, depending on the news that he is giving that particular day, unquote. Kind of sounds to me like the Good Old Boy Club, or to be politically correct, the Good Old Person Club may have just installed a bouncer at the front door. I personally can think of a nasty person who will potentially be uninvited. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Caitlin Collins from CNN.
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
Well, that makes me happy every time I see it. So here's a little background on Caitlin. She used to work for Fox News, and she was a conservative when she did that, and now she is a liberal. It's amazing, the news anchors and how they flip-flop, but also how they spit out what they get paid to do. Great example, Brian Seltzer used to be with CNN. Rachel Maddow, still with MSNBC, horrible journalist, a biased opinion. There's just so many. I don't want to bore you with all of them. Bottom line is, be careful what you listen to, including crap that comes out of my mouth. My advice for Ms. Collins, though, is you might want to consider just a touch of respect and a little bit of courtesy, if that's not too much to ask, or you won't be going into the White House press room real soon. And while this wasn't the bouncer I was expecting, she'll do just fine.
This administration is shaking up Washington in more ways than one. That's what we were elected to do. As I have said since the first day behind this podium, it's beyond time that the White House press operation reflects the media habits of the American people in 2025, not 1925. A select group of DC-based journalists should no longer have a monopoly over the privilege of press access at the White House. All journalists, outlets, and voices deserve a seat at this highly coveted table. So by deciding which outlets make up the limited press pool on a day-to-day basis, the White House will be restoring power back to the American people who President Trump was elected to serve.
Restoring power back to the people it was elected to serve. That, to me, sounds a whole lot like exactly what I voted for, probably you as well. So let's have some fun. Kind of step in and see what's happening with some of the questions that are regarding Doge. Here she's being asked about the emails that went out about the job. And, did you actually accomplish 5 things, and what, in fact, are they? When this is over, I've got something from CNN that played last night you'll want to see. That is a hysterical argument that's nothing. But right now, let's leave it up to Caroline.
Again, this is to ensure that federal workers are not ripping off American taxpayers, that they are showing up to the office, and that they are doing their jobs. That's what the American people expect, and it's a very simple task to complete. I did it myself, and I was more than happy to do it because I'm very grateful that I am serving the American people on the American taxpayers' dime.
And something they haven't mentioned is that 1 million people have accepted the buyout because they really aren't doing their job. And 94% of the workforce doesn't even go into work. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm sitting at home, there's a really good chance I'm not doing a very good job. If you're paying me from my house, I'm probably going to be doing this or this. This just cracks me up, the fact that this argument is so heated. Listen to this. You're going to love it. And when we're done, I got something for you from President Donald Trump that you probably never seen another president do ever.
I do think that I think the way that they are, I think the way that they are treating them.
Why? How is this abusive?
Scott, have you ever gotten an email from someone that said, you better do this or else you're going to resign?
Yeah, it's called having a boss in the private sector.
From someone who's not your boss?
The White House is every federal worker's boss.
That was Scott Jennings. He gets in the middle of these fights all the time with these liberals. It's a bunch of people against him, and boy, can he hold his own. You get a chance, keep an eye out for him. He shows up on Abby Phillips on CNN at 10 o'clock every night. Worth watching. President Donald Trump just did this. Folks, it's the President of the United States meeting a White House tour. He stopped his day to say hello.
Thank you very much for coming. The tour is so great. We did such a good job. First Lady worked very hard in making it perfect, and I think you're going to really love it. And I heard you were here, and I said, let's stop by and say hello. And it's a group of very smart-looking people, I must say. Very smart. Maybe someday you'll be here as the president, right? Somebody in this group has a chance. Have a good time. Have a great tour. And you're going to give them a special tour, okay? You're going to get a special tour. Have fun, everybody.
How cool is that? The president comes out on a tour. You see it in a movie. You never see it in real life. That is why this man is winning in popularity. This is a synopsis of stupidity. We cover the stupid stuff that happens all the time across the country, across the world. I'm Phil. I'm glad you're here. Hit the like and subscribe. God bless you. God bless America.